Depending on the character's roles, some liberties to keep the plot moving are unrealistic. What I'm focused on is learned behavior, something you see over time. That is why I like series, because it starts to develop a character into a person and it constrains the writer into how the character can react. If you violate the spirit of the character, then you soon will find interest in the books will disappear. While the thoughts are inspired by the book, it does not imply the writer intended to inspire the thoughts I have. The closet issue. Fear of being outed. Notice Todd almost refused to get to know Scott because of all his hang-ups about being outed. Yet, by the time of the book, he walks in while Todd is talking to a police officer. Todd was worried that Scott would have a problem, yet the funny thing is, the more comfortable you get, the less fear. You begin to understand just how little others notice. Being in the closet, you have no idea what behavior will out you, but once you break through just a bit, experience gives you a better idea between what is a real threat and an acceptable risk. Over time, you will find less and less to fear, even when you run into hateful people who are threatened. You are more confident that who you are is acceptable, and that gives you strength to keep the fear in perspective. That's why it is so important for people to humanize the labels we grasp. I remember Matthew Shepard's death in Laramie, and I wonder if those that hurt him, did they see a person or just the label, the word gay? Just like in World War II, Jews were demonized, and if you didn't know any, it was easy to believe all the things said. We often say never again, yet it happens over and over, and I think the problem is we never realize what the real problem is, that we refuse to accept others can have a different moral code and still be moral. I'm not just gay, I'm also me, an individual who had a mother, father, family, friends. At first, none of them knew I was gay, but now, when they hear gay, they might remember me and realize gays are not evil or see gays as a threat to them. You want a better world, then spend more time focusing on being the best you can be. Letting everyone around you see a happy, thriving you, not a broken, hateful, and sad person who can't look beyond the past. Be strong enough in what you believe that others having different opinions are not a threat. Allow questions, because the best way to fight darkness is with light, in this case, the light of knowledge. While the thoughts are inspired by the book, it does not imply the writer intended to inspire the thoughts I have. The attempt is to start a discussion and get people to think about human behavior from the perspective of the closet. How this might lead to problems that make friends or partners or even business relationships difficult. I can understand why some would dismiss this effort. I find reminders in how the characters behave with memories of my own experiences and then explore that aspect. It's meant to start people to think. It is not meant to imply I am right. If you do not share the ideals with others, then how will you know if you're right? When talking, the focus should be on challenging and exposing your ideals, not in changing other opinions. That would only lead to frustration, since the only person you can change is yourself.